Good morning everyone. Hope all of you are doing well. Today I am going to start the new chapter number 5, simple machine. So today I will discuss what is simple machine, and before that we have to discuss about what is work done. Okay, so let's see. So you see here, before I start the what is the simple machine and what is machine, you have to know about that what is work. So we use the word work frequently in our day-to-day life. After studying or doing your homework, you often say you have worked a lot. Suppose you may sit with a computer and make an assignment and say that you have worked. But in physics, these examples do not fall under the category of work. In physics, work is said to be done only when an object changes its position, means gets displaced under the action of a force. So in activities such as reading, thinking or studying, there is no change of position involved. These are the example of mental work. So mental work is not recognized as work in physics, even though it might exhaust you. So suppose we are applying a force and that object do not get displaced, so do not change its position, so that time we cannot say that work to be done there. Suppose you sit in one place and you think a lot, but there have no displacement of your, so that's why we cannot say that you are doing any work. So in physics, the meaning of the work is little bit different. So what is that work done? So work is said to be done when a force is applied on an object and the object gets displaced under the action of that force. So suppose this is a pen. So when suppose this pen is on the table. So when I am applying a force, see, this is a stationary object. So now it is at the initial position it is in rest, but when I am applying a force or when I am picking that pen, so it changes place. So I am applying a force by using my hand and that pen's displaced. So that's why I am doing work. So that is actually the meaning of work. So see here. So work is said to be done when a force is applied on an object and the object displaces the object in the direction of that applied force. So which direction we are applying a force, the object should be displaces only that direction. So in activities such as reading, thinking or studying, there is no displacement or change of position involved. So work is done when you are studying. But when you pick up a book or pick up a pen from a table, there is a work, because you are applying a force and that's why that change the position of the book. So there is a change in the position of the book because of that applied force by your hand. So by applying your hand, when you are picking that book or pick up your pen or anything, pick up your mobile, so that time we are applying a force. That's why that there is a change in your position of your book, pen or mobile. So that's how work is being done there. So drawing water from a well, kicking a ball, climbing up a hill are some more examples of work being done. So drawn water from a well, kicking a ball, that time actually that when drawn water from a well, so that displacement we are applying a force and that's why the water displaced, because that at first the water is in well and then when you are pulling it, that is the water changes the position. So kicking a ball also changes position by applying a force. Climbing up a hill are more examples of work being done. So when you run, you work. When you run, you use the energy in your body. After a while, you start feeling tired as your energy gets used up. It means that you have more energy, you can work. So more energy means you can do more work. So, and when you have less energy, then your capability of do work is less, so your ability to do work gets reduced. So what is the energy? So energy is the ability to do work. So means when we are do some work, that time some energy will be occupied. So the energy is that ability to do work. So how much ability we have to do that work, so that is actually called our energy. So animals and also humans are get energy from our food. So how it is related to each other, now you can understand. So for doing work we need energy, and we get energy from our food. So now is the machine. So what is machine? So machine make our work easier. So that is the basic things about machine. When we think of machine, or we usually think of big and complicated machines such as a washing machine or a sewing machine at home, or large machines in a workshop or factory. But even a simple tool such as a spoon can be used as a machine. So what is machine? So a machine is a tool that makes our work easier. Machine can be simple or sometimes it will be complex. So a simple machine is a simple device with a few or no moving parts. So machine can be classified into two types. Some machines are in simple machine categories and some machines are in complex machine categories. So what is simple machine? A simple machine is a tool with a few or no moving parts. So whereas the complex machines are made up of two or more simple machines. Okay. So by using two or more simple machines, we can make a complex machine. So now you see here. So washing machine, sewing machine, these are very much complicated or large machines in a workshop or factory. But even a simple tool such as spoon can be used as a machine. So spoon also is one kind of machine. So we are using in our day-to-day life, but we don't know maybe spoon as a machine. But from today we will learn spoon can be used as a machine. It is very difficult to open the lid of a tin can with your bare hand. So it will be very much difficult if I tell you to open the lid of a tin can. It will be very much difficult. But if you can fix one end of a spoon between the lid and the rim of the can and give a downward push, at the other end the lid comes out without much effort. So when we are try to open the lid of a tin can, it is very difficult by using our bare hand. But when we are using a spoon, how it is easier to open it without much effort. So like a spoon, we use many other simple machines such as a pair of scissors, a knife, screwdriver or a hammer to perform various tasks with much less effort. So those are the simple machines, because we can easily we use it and do our work with less effort than if we worked with our bare hands. So tools and objects that help us to perform the same amount of work with much less effort than if we did the work manually are called machine. So what is machine? So tools are objects that help us to perform the same amount of work. What amount of work you do in your bare hand and some work you using by tools. So which machine we can call those ones who perform the same amount of work with much less effort. And then if we did the work manually are called machine. So machines such as spoons, knives, hammers are called simple machine because most of them have few or no moving parts. So as I told you as before, a simple machine is a simple device with a few or no moving parts, and there is a complex machine is a another type of machine that have a many moving parts, or we can made up of simple machine by using two or more simple machines. So we use various simple machines in our everyday life. You must have seen a knife or a vegetable peeler being used for cutting and peeling vegetables, or a bottle opener being used to open a bottle of cold drink. So those things already you have seen in our day-to-day life. So the knife, the peeler, vegetable peeler, the bottle opener are examples of simple machines. But a bicycle and a lawn mower are complex machines. They have two or more simple machines working together. So students, here have some pictures. You see that you have to identify those devices are as simple machine or complex machine. So that is your homework, you do it. So activity 1, this is your homework, you do it. So you have to find out. So first one is the nail cutter, second was the beam balance, number 3 is the scissor, this is a spanner, and this is a bicycle. So you have to identify the following devices as simple machine or complex machine. So you have to identify those are simple machine, example of a simple machine or complex machine. Okay, so now functioning of machine. So the amount of work done in both cases is the same, but a RAM enables the man to do the same work with a lesser amount of effort. By using a RAM, the man will be able to put the load onto the truck with much less effort. So RAM the people are using to put very easily. So see here how much it is difficult to put the load onto the truck, but here when the man is using the RAM, how much it is easier to put the load onto the truck. So here the RAM acts as a machine. So let us see how a machine utilizes the force applied on it in different ways to make our work easier. So changing the magnitude of applied force. So it is very difficult to open the sealed metal cap of a cold drink bottle, so with our bare hands. So how much it is difficult, but when we are applying a bottle openers, it will be much easier and we do the same work with less effort. So that's why such types of machine are called force multiplied. So that actually bottle opener is using so multiple the force. So whatever force we are using using to open the bottle, that will multiply. So it is double to apply on that bottle cap. So that's why easily we can do that work with less effort. Force can change the magnitude. Machine can change that magnitude of applied force. So here machine applied as a force multiplier machine. So changing the direction of applied force. In some direction it is more convenient for us to apply force in particular direction than in any other. For example, a change in the direction of the applied force takes place when underground water is pulled out with the help of a hand pump. So how much it is help us to within less effort, how much it is helps to pull the water from the underground, and by using this hand pump. So have you seen, I think all of you actually this is very much available in the village also, and here actually I don't know, maybe someone's this hand pump is available in their houses. So this is actually help us to change the direction of the applied. So we are applying a force here. So in the stick, see this hand pump. So we are applying force in the downward, but that water comes upward. So how much that it is changing the direction of the applied force. Okay. So hope you can understand. So next day I will start the mechanical advantage of a machine. So you read and try to understand this one. So I provided some questions up to this, how much I have discussed only on this. I made some one question paper. You please do it in your class copy, and next day I will start the mechanical advantage of a machine. Okay, thank you students, bye.